Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome. It's good to have you. And our topic for you today, it's 8 reasons that gym owners fail. 8 reasons that gym owners fail. I want to give you some things to think about. Now, before we get into our topic here today, just a quick reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel. So if you've not yet done so, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business to that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then for you folks who are looking to open a new gym, you need funding. You have an existing operation, you need funding, or you're looking to acquire a gym and you need funding. We can provide funding for up to $400,000. It's unsecured. There's no restrictions on use, and the baseline qualification for that's a 680 credit score or better in all 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and then a minimum income of $50,000 per year. Each of the 2 previous years. Check out the links below under financing and funding for more information on that program and other funding programs, other financing programs that we have available for you. And so with that said, let's get into our topic here. And it's 8 reasons gym owners fail. I want to give you some things to think about here. We don't want you to be in this category, okay? Want you to have success. So if you're brand new at this, just getting started, take a look at this. You can incorporate this, into your business planning. And if you are just getting started, been doing it for a while, maybe it's not going like you want, take a look at some of these, and these can be some potential strategies to help pull you out. And so number 1 on my list, it's lack of the right idea. Lack of the right idea. And here's what I mean. Success lies in solving problems. Success lies in solving problems. It's not a matter of, I want to open this gym because it's really cool. I really like to do these workouts. Everybody likes this. When you look at your facility, you're going to open one up, the one you have now. What problem are you solving for people? And then do they know it? Okay, but what problem are you solving? That's the thing. Okay, we talk about the right idea. The right idea is, what problem are you solving? Okay, because ultimately that's what you're trying to do. Number 2, unorganized manpower resources, unorganized staffing resources. The staffing and your personnel, this is so crucial. Don't just hire to fill a slot. Your people are your most valuable asset. Your people, all your brand. You want to make sure you're creating a culture that people want to be a part of. We want to make sure we are training, we are developing. We have a benefits package, and benefits package doesn't have to cost a lot. You can go out and create, maybe local restaurants. I show my employee badge, I get a discount. I go to the local dry cleaners, I show my employee badge, I get a discount. There's a lot of things you can do. You can have, remote working. You can have, flex schedule working. A lot of benefits you can put in there. But make sure you've got a really organized and focused situation with staff and all the manpower associated with this. And make sure you're doing enough of it that if you lost somebody, you've got someone else that can step in and get that job done. Number 3, this is a common one on reasons that gym owners fail. It's cash crunch. It's cash crunch. You're undercapitalized. Because what happens when you get that cash crunch, what do you start to do? You start to cut. Okay, I'm going to cut marketing, I'm going to cut sales, I'm going to cut commission, I'm going to cut staff. Okay, and when you in a turnaround, and we do a lot of these, when you do a turnaround, you'll make cuts, but you make those cuts to gain control of the situation, because in order to grow, you have to advance and expand into the market. You're never going to cut your way into growth. And so these cash crunches can be difficult. And so I talked a bit ago about, financing. be sure to check out those links below. Even if you don't think you can qualify, look at them anyway. There's no cost, no risk to do it. And in most cases, we can help get funding for everybody at some level. Okay, so be sure to check them out, because you want to have at least 1 month's operating in the bank, or access to it. You want to have at least 1 month's operating sitting right there. Okay, so cash crunch is going to be a big one for you. Lack of studying the data. Okay, and so the data, key performance indicators. How many of you folks are looking at that? Okay, even as individuals, individual salesperson, are you looking at your key performance indicators? How many new leads are being collected? How many outbound calls are being made? How many contacts am I making? How many appointments am I setting? How many appointments are showing up? What's my conversion rate? How's my second sale look? How about referrals at point of sale? How about my follow-up calls? Are we looking at that data? Okay, you as a gym owner, are you looking at all that data from your staff? Okay, do we know what your rent is as a percentage, to revenue? What payroll is? Do we know what our recurring fees are, as compared to our base operating? I mean, look at the data. Okay, review the data every single day. You should be looking at this, because ultimately, we want to manage based on these objectives. And I see too many gyms, actually most of them, I think, most of them that struggle really are not looking at that on a regular basis. And I would even venture to say, if they were looking at it, they may not understand it. If you're not sure, get some help. Hit me up below. There's plenty of ways to contact me. Happy to chat with you about that. That data will tell you exactly what you need to do. It'll tell you exactly what you need to do. Number 5 on my list here is a late realization. We don't know it until it's too late. Okay, we're in a downward spiral. We didn't figure it out until it was too late. Okay, and the thing is, if you're looking at your data, you will start to know this. Like, I'll give you an example. Have you set up quotas? Okay, not only for individuals, but for the gym. And I'll just talk kind of membership here for a bit. There's other things we can look at. But let's say it's 100 new sales. Let's say it's 5,000 cash. Let's say it's 5,000 dues. This is what we need to do every month. According to our budget, according to what our bank account looks like, that's what we need to write every single month. Okay, or whatever your numbers are, right? Could be higher, could be lower, okay, whatever that is. And so we're looking at this every day. Look at your projections every day. So if my quota is 100, just use that number, it's 100 new units, I'm projecting 50. That's a big miss right there, right? Okay, but we're looking at it every day. We're making decisions, we're making adjustments every single day. There will be no late realization. You'll see it as it happens, because we want to correct it as it happens. Because as I look at this, every day, what worked well today, what didn't work well. If it worked well, let's make sure we continue it. If it didn't work well, let's fix it. Well, we're not getting traffic. Okay, what's the solution? Well, maybe we turn all of our existing customers into prospects. We had 200 workouts yesterday. What if we had an add-on special? What if we had an upgrade special? Those things that we can, talk to our current customers about. So, late realization. 8 reasons gym owners fail. Number 6 on my list is, delegating. Too often we try to do everything ourselves. I see this happen with managers as well. But we have to learn to delegate. And delegating, it's a process. You just don't delegate it. Here it is. But, people earn it, and then you give more. It's a great way to develop people, great way to develop self-esteem, great way to develop self-confidence. But for you, if you're the owner, if somebody else can do it, delegate it. It's really that simple. If somebody else can do it, delegate it. And if they can't, you kind of have to ask yourself why. Okay? Are we not training? Do we not hire the right person? What is it? Because in most cases, ownership, maybe the financial aspects of it, but everything else, usually can be delegated. Number 7, it's upgrading staff. Okay? Upgrading staff. And upgrading the gym, upgrading the facility. One of the hallmarks of great gyms is they remain as new today as the day that they first opened. And so what are we doing to keep the facility as new today as the day that it first opened? Just because the equipment is still functional doesn't mean it's appealing to the consumer. I know some of the big guys that, they come into your marketplace, big guy comes in, I know that they're factoring in, they're going to take 15% of your business because you're not keeping your business as up to date as it needs to be. And sometimes if you don't have the money, you can just rearrange equipment, put some paint on the walls, do some carpet, okay? Make sure we're training staff, all these things, okay? Make sure we're keeping everything as new and as fresh today. And for staff, you want to create that culture. Why should someone want to come to work for you? And then last on my list, on 8 reasons that gym owners fail, it's price versus value. Price versus value. And so in the world of selling, here's what's true. When value exceeds price, people will buy. Now, just because you think it's worth it doesn't mean somebody else is. And so how are we creating this? And the key thing on this is make sure, this is going to be in your sales process and it's going to be in your retention process, is make sure we're solving problems for folks. If you solve problems for them, that value is going to be sky high. It's a reason, you see a lot of clubs that, we see some of these invite-only gyms, $400, $500, $600, $700 a month because they're solving problems for them. So you want value has to exceed price, and that value has to lie within solutions and solving problems. So take a look at some of these. If you're brand new, absolutely include this in your business planning. And if you're kind of bumping along, look at some of this and say, okay, where can we make adjustments, to improve our business? So folks, again, my name is JThomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the channel today. And if you've not yet done so, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can help take your business to that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then for you folks who are looking to open a new gym, you need funding, you have an existing operation, you need funding, or you're looking to acquire a facility, you need funding. We can help with funding for up to $400,000 in funding. It's unsecured, there's no restrictions on use. Baseline qualifications on that, it's a 680 credit score or better in all 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. Check out the links below under financing and funding for more information on that program, as well as other programs that we have available. And so folks, appreciate you being here today. We look forward to seeing you on that next video.